अभी स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं, खाली चीफ गेस्ट का वेट कर रहे हैं। Somewhere we thought of getting into handicraft, but it's still an incubatory thing. So we are calling it Orgro Solutions. Now this whole thing is built around artists like Zeba and Daddy. हमारा कोई भी प्रोग्राम होता है तो I request.
No, it's good. And got
So they have a studio in Old City. वो कौन सी जगह है? कहाँ पे?
छत्ता।
Very nice. She trains also a lot of, so they are all her students.
Oh, very nice.
This is real creative.
Correct. Okay.
Hey, hi, please.
Library also should be there. All books
Now it is what? What do you do with that place? We'll see it about can become energy neutral. So the purpose of doing it here was we are talking about sustainability and so let's see some of that definitely. आपके कुलीग भी आ
He's a PT class.
Interesting pharma company they had to, I think Orgro has gotten into then they ये start किया तो adventure वाला है so this is the program. So some everybody is coming from IICT say from this institute. Dr. Bhavani Rao, he will come. Yamuna Rani Madam. Dr. Bhavani Rao confirmed. In fact, there is a demo plan. That he will
उन्होंने कहा शेड्यूल के पास है इसके बाद whenever they are starting to go there, prior to
train them. So engaging
Yes,
is
Yes, yes. It's not exhaustive.
अच्छा अपन से तो आपने चुनी है कृष्णा इज
Yes, actually,
And here is well.
yes.
मैंने धनंजय को पेपर कॉल किया
उसका बीपी इधर
actually
same with me last evening. Remember the call we had?
सर कैसा है उनके लिए हमारा सजाई पूरी कृष्णा 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 he is CX plus soon you will hear a lot more AG alias 5 plus and Med plus soon he will be switching over from one side of the table to another side of the table.
Oh, he'll be part of us.
Yes, we hope. So Amal is one of our star facilitators. Krishna is into different domain. हमारे सारे सॉल they have their signature capabilities. So he is into team building, communication, cost, advocate, great advocate Methane. Neeraj has brought in his Neeraj coming in and other being there and some of this whole piece on experiential learning, outbound, it has got a signature identity. We call it explore. Krishna specializes in sales programs. Sales, team building kind of program. Particularly for BFSI sales. Explore. ये नाम देने का काम मिला है नामकरण
So,
we have a department of punchlines.
yes.
हे है राघव क्या बात
हम क्या है नाचने बनाने का सोचने से लगाएगा बहुत अच्छा है से लगाएगा
हाँ insight I will try with राघव
So we'll have you time with
Krishna is
sense involving and specializing covering forward like
Yes.
let us scan that
One of my mentors, my colleague from Dr. Reddy, seriously, because our very first project in our was Aman is in scheme building. Now he is a consultant. His company specializes in oldest consulting company. Resource inputs
So we have been practicing the most experience and possible experience with
AG COVID plus. We are waiting for our chief guest. He said he will be there. Please confirm. Please.
करना था unless you already did it. Are you able to finish 10 of them? Yeah. 8 to 10. there is one level of yes, ऐसे बोल चीज़ ना, but also when you look at it, like यार ये करना मुश्किल होने लगा. तो once you start doing it, I
Okay, मैं program start being permission start. All of them are business and the business is gone. Normal life is okay. There are few things which we do in the normal life in 5 days. So, we want to follow that.
land available, but you will need to have balance like on your right.
Momentum तो इधर ही है. And the worst of all, because I was
Our body is like so amazingly structured.
Shall we?
Yes.
Subsequently, I worked for this series, distant to teach a timetable. I had to go for years to stay there. This year, the timetable is giving me 2 hours at 2 classes a day. 2 classes is not into the
So it often happens that, when I wish people good evening, good afternoon, I'm often corrected. So is this an afternoon or evening? Okay, so great, thank you so much. So good afternoon and very hearty welcome to each and every one of you. We were waiting for the chief guest and guest of honor to arrive. It seems they will take some more time, so we have taken their permission. We have spoken to Mr. Rajgopal Rao. He said please go ahead, because we understand it's a Saturday, very valuable time for all of you. There are people who are working today, there are people who have weekend, but yeah, it's a very precious time for all of us. So he has given his permission to go ahead. So we'll get going. So my name is Naqi Abbas. I think many of you know me and some of you may not know me. So I am one of the founder directors at Orgro Solutions. Along with me we have Dr. Altaf Hussain, Shailesh Bhai, and few other colleagues from IICHE and Orgro. We are extremely delighted to have all of you over here. It's a very, very special occasion for us, and we wanted this to be a rather warm occasion, so purposely we didn't go for a big blast and huge kind of a event. We went for people who are our well-wishers. We have worked for them, they have seen us at work. Okay, so it's not a new company, by the way. We have been around since 2018. Manufacturing excellence is also not something new for us. Ram is here, he has seen us at work. Praveen knows about us. So we have been doing it. What is new is MAXO. We are giving it a new name. So that is a key purpose of today's program, and it's all the more special that we are doing it with one of the most reputed body of professionals in India, that is the Indian Institute of Chemical Engineers. It's predates independence, and it is happening at a August institute like this. So let me first of all invite Dr. Altaf Hussain to the dais. Altaf Sahab, can you please come to the stage? Can we all hear it for Dr. Altaf Hussain? Dr. Altaf Hussain wears many hats. He is an academician. He is also a chemical engineer. He has written books on chemical engineering. Some of those are available outside. Today he is with us in the capacity of President of the Hyderabad Center of IICHE, and we are doing some collaboration with them. We'll be sharing more about it. Moving on, I would like to invite Shailesh Bhai, my colleague from Orgro Solutions. Shailesh Bhai has spent close to 3 decades in manufacturing excellence. Please take your seat. In manufacturing excellence, and I am emphasizing on it because all the questions for manufacturing should be directed to him. I don't know much about that. So like we do in India, it's a tradition. We always start any program with the lighting of the lamp. So I will invite some of our well-wishers, friends from the industry, to come forward and be a part of the ceremony. I am very happy that my dear friend Mr. Raghav Reddy is here. Raghav, can you please stand up? And he is one of the very senior HR professionals. We were colleagues at Dr. Reddy's, and why it's even more special because whenever an entrepreneur is starting something, whatever is your background, whatever it is, but you need a break. You need somebody to trust you, somebody to give you that first opportunity. So Raghav was that person who gave us that opportunity at Hetero Labs. And Raghav, can you please be a part of the lamp lighting ceremony? You deserve it. You were part of the Orgro since the very beginning. And I would also like to invite Mr. Ram Gopal. Ram has seen us at work when he was at Roque, which is a French multinational into specialty chemicals. So he has seen our work at close quarters. Good, bad, ugly, please ask him in private. And I would also like to invite Ms. Uma Alluri from Tata Advanced Systems Limited. Tata Advanced Systems, we had done a very unique kind of a program when COVID was just ending, and they wanted something which can re-establish the bond between the employees and the organization. So that was a very different kind of a program. So lady and gentlemen, can you please light the lamp and get us started? Nobody has yet cracked the code on lighting the lamp perfectly the first time.
Should we stand up?
Yeah, maybe it's better, because we can all stand up. Thank you so much. Kindly take your seat. Now I will invite Dr. Altaf Hussain to lead us with a prayer on the occasion. So I request all of us to remain standing, and Dr. Altaf, can you lead us to the prayer?
I request all of you, kindly just listen to me while trying to understand. These are the slokas developed 10,000 years ago, purely on humankind. ज्योति परब्रह्म दीपो सर्वोतमोपः दीपेन संध्यायते सरम् संध्या दीपो नमोस्तुते असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतांगमय ॐ शांति 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 आचार्यतः पादमादन्ते पादं शिष्यः स्वमेधयाः पादं सद्ब्रह्मचारिणोभ्यः पादं कालक्रमेण ॐ केयूरा न विभूषयन्ते पुरुषं हारं न चन्द्रोज्ज्वालं न स्थानं न कुसुमं न विलेपनं नालांकृता मूर्धजा वाणी एकं समलंकरोनि पुरुषं क्षियन्ते खलु भूषणानि सततं वाग्भूषणं भूषणम् ॐ मातृदेवो भव ॐ पितृदेवो भव ॐ आचार्य देवो भव ॐ अतिथि देवो भव ॐ शांति शांति शांति. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Altaf Sahab. Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya, the dispeller of darkness. It's so very appropriate to start an occasion with the, incantation of these shlokas. So, moving on, I'll now invite my colleague Shailesh Bhai to tell us what MAXO is all about, why we are doing this, and what is the capability we have where we can add value to the manufacturing sector. Shailesh Bhai, over to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all of you. So it's not evening, so it's afternoon. So good afternoon, all guests on the dais and off the dais. So it is my pleasure to welcome you all for the prestigious launch of MAXO. MAXO is manufacturing excellence by Orgro Solutions in collaboration with IICHE. So I am Shailesh Navle. I am a director with Orgro Solutions, and I will be taking care of MAXO implementation. Today we have an exciting program lined up. So after this there is going to be a discussion around what industry expectations are generally from the manufacturing excellence consultants. So always there had been a gap, like what the industry people look forward from the manufacturing excellence consultants and what the way the discussions happen. So this is going to be an interactive session, and basis that we will move forward. After that, we will follow with, Altaf ji will help us understand what's the role of IICHE in MAXO, and later we will sign an MOU with IICHE, and that is how we will further proceed. So there are going to be a lot of interactions between us, wherein we will understand what the things are and how we are moving forward. So later during the day, we will also try to cherish some memories by taking some glimpses of the group, so that we can enjoy the things. I would like to take this opportunity to thank IICT also here for supporting us to plan this particular event and help it execute to this level. Before we begin, I would request all of you, if at all you have not put your mobile phones on silent as of now, so kindly do that, so that we can proceed. So what is MAXO? So as I mentioned, MAXO is manufacturing excellence, and as we know, manufacturing excellence is a fundamental concept in industries, which is basically the pinnacle of operational performance. So when we talk about manufacturing excellence, it is related to the quality, cost, delivery, safety, and employee morale. So basically when all these things, they come together, that is where we get the required process optimization, waste reduction, and employee safety. So this is the most important aspect or most important concept what we had been implementing in various organizations. Now, as Nakibhai had mentioned in the beginning, so we are into implementation of manufacturing excellence for a good time and of course we started with this place, and we had been implementing these particular things across the country. So there had been many good experiences where we could implement some of the best practices in manufacturing excellence. But manufacturing excellence, is it only achieved by having great machines and huge technologies? But no, it is not the only thing which can be achieved by having bigger, greater machines, a lot of automation, or even adopting some of the best technologies in the world. But manufacturing excellence can be implemented by involving all our humans across the factory at all levels, so that they understand what is process optimization and related stuff. The relevance of manufacturing excellence in this particular era is very high, because we see most of the plant heads, they grapple around talking about the volatility of the business. And when we talk about manufacturing excellence, this can be achieved, or when manufacturing excellence is implemented to its fullest way, then definitely the volatility of the market can be addressed, and more than that, the required level of excellence can be achieved, and that can definitely put us at a competitive edge. And we can definitely have complete, we can have complete satisfaction within the organization. It drives productivity, enhances customer satisfaction, and also ultimately improves the bottom lines, which is the very objective of running any initiative across the companies. So manufacturing excellence is very much important, and all of us had been knowing about it. In essence, the pursuit of manufacturing excellence is no more a luxury. So it has become the need of the hour, and everywhere these things need to be implemented. So manufacturing excellence, there are mainly five key practices what we generally implement, and those are the first one, continuous improvement. We talk about continuous improvement, the progressive culture what we can have, and the progressive culture can always be implemented through complete engagement. When I talk about complete engagement, it is not only at the senior management level drive, but but it has to be all across at different levels. So it can run from bottom line up and vice versa. So both the ways there should be implementations, there should be understanding about the continuous improvement, the need of the hour. We had done a lot of projects, a lot of assignments about continuous improvement. We were quite opportunistic in getting to implement these particular things at some of our prestigious clients, and we could train their frontline operators, the working people, whom we could train successfully for understanding the very concept of problem solving, or maybe SPC, or maybe 7QC and the stuff. And we were very much satisfied because the people whom we trained, those were happy and they could implement some of the great practices by their own. So this was a very good example which we could set with some of our clients. The second important principle is about lean manufacturing. Now, lean manufacturing is a subject like almost each one of us know that what is lean, and lean is nothing but reduction of waste, and the waste is in different forms what we see across the industry. So waste reduction can be done through various ways. So a lot of areas where wastes are there within the company, and when you overcome this waste, definitely the throughput of the company can be improved. So we have had a lot of opportunities in implementing the waste reduction or implementation of lean manufacturing stuff at many places. Six Sigma is another tool or another principle which generally we talk about when we speak about manufacturing excellence. So the main difference between lean and Six Sigma, we all understand that it is about the controlling the variability, and for implementing Six Sigma there has to be a basic backbone, because Six Sigma had been there for more than a decade in our country, and even today when we visit most of the factories, I believe most of you will agree with me that the Six Sigma tool, definitely it's a costly tool, but then the awareness about it is limited to the senior cadre, and not the ultimate people who are on the floor are aware. I'm not saying that okay, the Six Sigma training should be given to the floor operating people, but then there has to be some awareness, and which we could bring in through training them with some basic tools like 7QC or maybe SPC, because those things are important, because generally the people are not aware at the bottom line how the things work, what the inferences should be drawn. TQM is further the thing. I understood that some of our fellow members who are present here had been implementing TQM for more than a decade, and they have a very successful experience of doing that. And TQM is again having involvement of all the people and things there. Finally, it comes to operational excellence. So operational excellence is implementing various tools. So operational excellence can be achieved by implementing various things. So I would put it like this, that when you have industrial engineering base, so you know how the plant performance is going to be there, and achieving the required plant performance by having adequate operational excellence practices will definitely help us achieve the required goals which are set for the organization. So basically, by integrating these principles into our manufacturing operations, we basically lay the background, okay, or the groundwork for a cultural change. And cultural change is something we talk about in bringing up in any organization. Cultural change is basically progressive or building an improvement culture within the factory. So together these outcomes, I think we can achieve by implementing manufacturing excellence. Further, I would want to take you through some of the things, the offerings what we have on MAXO. So on MAXO, we have different offerings here. So there were a few queries which were raised by some of my friends here, and they wanted to understand what is new plant design. And in new plant design, basically what we have done, so new plant design, it happens in two different ways, and there are, like, greenfield projects and brownfield projects. So again here, one of my friends, Mr. Murli Krishna, so he had been of great help when we were designing one of the greenfield projects, and he was of good support. He and his team was of good support to us for designing some of the good automations within that. So greenfield plants we have designed, a lot many examples are there, big and small. And brownfield projects are basically whenever there are any expansions within the existing premises for process improvement or bringing up some automation and all. Operational excellence, I think we talked about Lean Six Sigma. Of course, the list is never ending. We have tried to showcase some of the practices here. Of course, like there are powder safety analysis, arc flash test for sustainability, for ensuring sustainability within the business. The talk of the town is about Industry 4.0, and in fact, some of us have already started hearing about Industry 5.0. So taking the industries, like, implementing, bringing up, like, first of all, automation. So a level of automation, how it can be done. So basically implementing automation in material handling or maybe some of the processes, that is what we had done. We had talked about doing Industry 4.0 by real-time capturing the data, by tracing some of the things, and also movement of operators and stuff like. So all the things related to Industry 4.0. Of course, energy management and program management, project management things are also there. So these are some of the offerings, and of course, the objective is not to talk about what we have as offerings, but then there are various opportunities wherein we can come together and we can achieve the requirement what we have today across the industries for business excellence, so that all of us as a country, as a state, we can be at the competitive edge when we have implemented most of the things. I will if there are any questions or anything, we can talk about it, or I can go ahead for launching the logo. So this is our Orgro logo, which we are launching today. So we'll go to the Orgro video. नहीं मैं करता हूँ, नहीं मैं टोल्डर में नहीं मैं यही है ना, इसी में से प्रेजेंटेशन ओपन करके रखा था। वॉल्यूम
Thank you. Thank you for your attention. Once again, I welcome you all for the launch of MAXO, Manufacturing Excellence by Orgro Solutions. And I look forward for your continued support to take this MAXO forward into the future endeavors. Thank you.
So much, Shailesh bhai. Yes. No, I promise you it will be a bi-directional program. Yeah. You will not be allowed to be as comfortable as you think you will be. Just one minute I will take, because we go to many such conferences. Recently I had attended one from CII on manufacturing excellence. Hello, Emma bhai. Please. The one consistent message that comes across is that if we want our country to progress, the three broad sectors that we talk about: agriculture, services and manufacturing. So we need jobs. We have a huge population. So where are the jobs going to come from, right? So that's where the role of manufacturing is much beyond efficient operations and whatever we speak about here. It has a very direct, very very intricate linkage with where we want to take our country. We've all heard about Make in India. At a global level, we are hearing about sustainable development goals. So manufacturing is something very, very integral to the economy as a whole, right? So I'll take a pause here and yeah, please come. Please. So if you look around the room, we have people from pharma, we have people from technology, we have people from aerospace, chemicals. I mean, it's a fairly representative of the manufacturing sector, pharmacy, consulting, right? I would invite at least one person from each sector, if not each company, to come and share what is it that bothers you about manufacturing excellence. That is question number one. And question number two, all the problems, with all your expertise, we sometimes need external help, right? That's why you are here, right? So what is the specific kind of support that you look for from any manufacturer? We are not talking about Orgro as such over here. When you are seeking external expertise, what is it that you look for, right? And without taking names, if you want to share some example that something happened and it didn't work out, or was a great experience, whatever. Yeah. So two basic aspects if you can address. One, what is it that is bothering you on the agenda of manufacturing excellence, and what is it the support that you want from consultants like us? Yeah. Anyone from any sector? Yeah. Raghav, you want to start, please? Can we welcome Raghav here, please? Raghav has spent time in pharma, in agri-chemicals, in consulting. So I think, Raghav, you are the most appropriate person to get this started. Please.
Good afternoon, friends. Thank you, Naki and team, for the opportunity. I have almost 38 years of experience only in manufacturing. And I started my career with a small Marwadi company, of course, where I learnt 12 years. Then I have contributed balance 20 years in MNCs. So that is the great advantage. See, manufacturing excellence, operations excellence, engineering excellence, so many buzzwords we are listening, hearing and attending. Ultimately, what Shailesh told that forced me to talk first, because Orgro focuses on humans. That's what you told, Mr. Shailesh. Whatever initiative you take, whether it is agriculture or manufacturing or service, completely revolves around the human beings only. Wherever you want to start any initiative, if it is to be successful, you have to focus first only on humans. I worked for Dr. Reddy's in one Nalgonda plant, that is a remote location in a small village. I have to take that gentleman name because no, a great gentleman, Mr. Anant Achyut Deshpande, plant head, newly joined for our unit. So previous year it was a 210 crores turnover. When he came to the plant and he said to all the HODs, hey guys, this year it should be 300 crores. Correct, na? So just like that it cannot come. Definitely humans involvement is there. And again, all your 5S, operational excellence, all initiatives also must be there. What he did, again, communication. Many people tell, communicate. Communication is very, very important. From 1st April to 31st March, every day we used to write on the board what is our today's revenue generation, and again a target for the month, target we know already, 300 crores. So on that 300 crores journey, where we are, every day it is known to everyone. Now I will share the important fact of this issue. Contract labor, there are around 400 people, contract labor, 300 on-roll people. So contract labor, they are focusing. Array, in your product some problem is there, your product some problem is there, why that problem has come? Let us see that problem should not repeat. Ultimately, everyone used to focus on 300 crores. Generally what happens in manufacturing plant, you know, na? Today canteen, the food is not good, salt is more. So many discussions will happen. This sir is like that, that sir is like that, all that. But here, the trend is completely changed. So we have achieved 305 crores in that plant, Dr. Reddy's. Still Anant Achyut Deshpande likes me because I am the HR head of the plant at that time. Because HR also very, very important for any plant head. Because these two main important pillars for any, like both eyes. Because there are unions, again I am telling you, that plant is a very critical plant. Wherever any meeting is there, in local meetings, first I have to go and say Jai Telangana, and then I have to sit in the meeting. Because that time Telangana movement was at peak. So all TRS was there, BJP was there, Congress, TDP. Even then, the communication, the planted focus on 300 crores made it happen. And when I requested, whatever the gift you are giving, it should be given even to the contract labor also. Whatever planted gets, same gift to be given to the contract labor. Immediately our BU head, Dr. Anant Narayanan, he said, Raghav, go ahead, tell me how much you want. I asked you 5 lakhs. He said, go ahead. So ultimately, Naki and Sailesh team, please focus on humans. That's what, whatever initiative you take, it is definitely guaranteed success, I am telling you. But it is not 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Again I am telling you, 1st April to 31st March. Okay? Thank you, Naki. Thank you.
So very smartly Raghav has covered multiple sectors without going into any one in depth, and so nice to share a personal anecdote from DRL, because I was also a part of Dr. Reddy's. I can very well relate to it. Yeah, anyone else from, yeah, please, Uma.
ये रहने दो
इसको हाँ फुल स्क्रीन मोड पे करना।
Good afternoon, everyone. Though I'm not at all prepared, I'm not an operational excellence or an operations person. I lead the L&D function at the Tata Aerospace. Okay, so while you did request about, from an L&D perspective, right, whenever a solution or a process or whatever you come up with for a, we have approached you with a pain point, and you create a solution for us, right? The major gap, what we see at an operational level is, maybe the plant cannot give training to each and everybody, right? So a very few set of people are selected for the training. So the implementation part is communicated to them. And what happens is there is a lot of gap when it moves on to the next level of people, right? And when you were speaking about the human factors or the human aspects, sir, so what we do also see in today's, this 2024, we see a lot of attrition that happens, right? So we train, we created a beautiful solution, but then how is it being taken forward to the next set of people is very important, Naki. So even when a beautiful process is created or an excellence is created, documenting it is very important in a very layman language. So knowledge management should be part of operational excellence or your MAXO. If you bring on knowledge management, which is the industry 4.0, I think it will make a lot of difference for manufacturing sector. Why? Because capturing the day-to-day knowledge of the people along with the operational excellence and translating it back into the system again and again, right? So that creates a loop in making people understand. While communication plays a very important role, but capturing this communication into one place where most of us feel that it is very expensive part, so we don't bring it on to the system itself. However, there are solutions where simple processes where you can capture knowledge even through a Google form. So whenever you create a solution, make knowledge management as part of it, so that you train 10 people on a 5S, right? Documenting it and ensuring that the next set of people understand it further on how it was done, because attrition is so high that by the time you finish the program, there is 1 or 2 people changing in that department. Right. So maybe bringing on that could be very helpful. I do see there's a P in front of the logo. I was not sure. The rest all I could understand. So maybe an E aspect I saw you did inculcate the sustainability and environment, which is part and parcel. So bringing in these aspects in every program could make a lot of difference. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, very well said, Uma. Knowledge management ensures that what has been done can be taken forward. It is available to the next person who takes that program forward. Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah, please. Sure. Sure.
Good evening. This is not an LTC today. See the difference. You want operation excellence, you have to be first enthusiastic. If there is no enthusiasm, there is no operation. Okay, I have the freedom to share with you 75 completed my Kaizen PhD from the UTLO. So you can clap for them, there is no problem. See, this is what he needed. Very small appreciation from the management is what is lacking today. I want to share with you my own company. I have been an auto parts manufacturer, and we are under terrible pressure for margins. And almost every day we have to do value engineering, otherwise we won't survive. So there was a suggestion from one of my employees. He was studied only up to 5th standard. But I told him, Chubbaitov, you don't know. But after 3 months, I had to call him and implement the idea. And it saved me 2 lakhs at that time. I am talking about 25 years back. See, we normally ignore the bottom rung of employees. I believe only one thing.
The person who works in the shop floor, the equipment or the machine, knows better than anybody in the industry. This philosophy, we should accept it. Many times you don't accept it. And any suggestion, any improvement we want to do, we need to do employee engagement. If you do employee engagement, the results could be substantial. I want to share with you two interesting things which I have come across. I am a product of TVS Chennai, so the first timing award company from the country. Today I am standing in front of you and talking about this thing. It is only because of TVS. There is a culture. So they, after 40 years after leaving them, they called me to give training at JW Salem. We have trained 2,500 employees in the organization over a period of 1 year. Myself and my wife, we both are co-trainers, first couple trainers in our country. We go there and change the culture of the entire industry. Because my wife is a good singer, so when she sings, everybody is totally listening to her, and we use that concept and achieved wherever we are gone. I am unable to bring her today because she is having some pain in her foot. Otherwise, we go together everywhere. And the employees, they brought out suggestions in JW. The suggestions were so interesting. Maybe I want to share with you, the chair permits. You know, they use welding rods. They use a lot of welding rods. And when the operator operates, uses the welding rod, when it comes to around 2 inches to his hands, it becomes very hot, so he drops it. So the accumulation was running into a few metric tons. So one of the employees suggested, sir, I will use an adapter so that my hand is 9 inches away from the hot region. So he converted the entire waste into useful material. So that was patented. So the achievement for the company is running into a few crores. This has been one of a very satisfying moment for us. Another thing I want to share with you is we have done 5 years training in an NGO in Chennai called Sevalaya, where 2,500 children are given free education. Free education, free books, free uniform, and we are trained the school on 5S, and very gratifying moment is they got Platinum Award from CAA as well as from Quality Council of India. Can give a big clap for them. The last thing I want to share with you, a very interesting research study. I have presented a paper in IIM Trichy on Tamil Tirukkural. What Tirukkural has said regarding Kaizen 1700 years back. Anybody knows Tamil? So I can confidently take this. Virnal pada nandrattin advaruvan varnal vali edikkum kal. Do you know this Tirukkural? No. I would like to explain to you the meaning of this. If you have not done an improvement in any day, if you get up in the morning and by the time you go in the evening, if you have not done any improvement for the day, that day you please remove it from your dictionary. You can clap for it. And this was said 1700 years back. And there are about 40 Tirukkurals which are all relating to Kaizen. And this paper got the best award from IIM Trichy. And the second one is about Bhagavad Gita. Presented a paper between Kaizen and Bhagavad Gita. This was in Munjal Delhi, Unjal University, Euro Group people, where I want to share with you very, very important thing. Please underline this word. It's not a words of knowledge, it's a words of wisdom. My 58 years industry experience, I want to share with you. In Thailand, the electronic industry, manufacturing industry, the MD said, I am employing 10,000 people. How many? 10,000 people. I am paying 20,000 pair of legs and 20,000 pair of hands. But 10,000 brains come and go back without being used. This is a fact. Please check up in your industry. How many employees' brains are being used? I share with you 5 examples, but due to short of time, only one I will tell. In ITC Anaparthi, we did a 2-day workshop on Kaizen. We means me and my wife. We eat, breathe, sleep, drink only 5 hours in Kaizen. So we had a 2-day workshop. Yeah, 10 class. Whenever I am sagging, my wife lifts me, vice versa. So you are missing this point, she will tell me. Similarly, I will also share with you. So this way we are able to do an excellent combination. And in ITC Anaparthi, we did a 2-day workshop. Please understand, 2-day workshop on Kaizen. We have first time in the country published a book on 200 Kaizen case studies. First time. And with these 200 case studies, we shared with the employees for 2 days. 78 people participated, came out with 75 Kaizens. Out of which 25 Kaizens are safety Kaizens. The plant head came for final stage to give the award. He was unable to understand to whom to give the award. But finally he asked me only one question. Sir, I have been in this plant for so many years. I am not able to see how these people are bringing this kind of Kaizen within 2 days. How is it possible? I only told him only one thing. If doesn't happen, we will be unemployed. Thank you for a wonderful opportunity to share with you. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. I think that shlok in Tamil, don't expect me to repeat. Tamil Terima. But I think that summarizes manufacturing excellence pretty much, right? A day when we have not made an improvement is a day wasted. Looks like all these nice quotations in English have actually come from, our scriptures, right? So nice, sir, to point it out. So we have heard from aerospace, we have heard from pharma, we have heard from automobile. Anyone else? Maybe a couple more we can take. Yeah, please. So Prashant from Clariant. What is it that bothers you on manufacturing excellence and how we can help?
Right person.
So good afternoon everyone. So thanks for giving this opportunity. I really feel lucky to join this seminar because I get to hear so many good things today. And everyone talks about the human, which is like variable in the manufacturing industry. So machine is fixed. Okay, our like all systems fixed. Variable is human the brain. And everyone touch on the right point that sir has mentioned. Even it ignited minds like 10,000 brains coming and they are going back. Only hands and feet are working. Same thing is happening in all the manufacturing industry. So I want to give one quote like Toyota, all originated in Toyota, all the concept, Lean Six Sigma, Kaizens, Toyota is the originator. So everyone can go and visit Toyota plant. So many people, they can go for, it's open. They will invite all the people. They come back and when they try to implement similar things, many will fail. Because if you see in like automobile industry, no one is able to still compete with the Toyota. And it's a reality. If you see any Toyota car, if you run 2000 kilometers also, it will run the same, it is running on the day one. But other cars, after 1000 kilometers, you can see it is giving some noise. So that is the quality inbuilt. And when you go for the ride, you can see everything structured, come back, try to implement, fail. The main reason is we can see their systems, machineries, people, but no one is trying to read the minds of the people working with the Toyota. So that's because it's inbuilt in the each and every employee mind, that concepts. So that's why this Toyota is today's #1 company. And that sir, you ask like the questions, the struggle is the same thing. Because all concept, we can get hundreds of books in the market, we can read it, but we can't implement. Because it's not easy to implement any concept, we need support of experts. Because I also did MTech, I read so many books, but when you go to shop floor, it's not easy to implement even single concept. We have to put lot of efforts and struggle. And there we need help of experts, which we can channelize in a structured way. So that I can expect it. The help from these experts. And one thing, it's not only in the manufacturing industry. I read one case study of Arvind Eye Care in Chennai, I think. So they're doing these operations of these eye operations, and they're the implemented lean manufacturing. They are like assembly lines. So one set of room they will prepare for the operation, then it will move to next room, then the expert doctor will do surgeries, then it will move to the next room. So this was the case study done in the Arvind Eye Care in the you can read on the books. So it's not only like we can focus on manufacturing industry, like even service industry or hospitals also it can apply. So I need help from you how to implement it. So where many people will fail. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prashant. In fact, the point that you touched, manufacturing, while typically we associate it with the plant, with the factory, but at its core, it is conversion of input to output. It can be software. Ahmed Bhai is here. It can be services. Wherever there is a process that is converting a given set of inputs to outputs, we are doing manufacturing. So thank you so much for bringing that up. Yes. Anyone else? Yep. Please. We can take that and maybe one more, and then I will request Altaf Saab to tell us more about IICHE.
My name is Arul Johnson. I'm basically a mechanical engineer and a HR professional. I've done my PG from Accelerate in '98 and worked in many pharma as well as IT companies. So one of the things which I always found teamwork to be very crucial. Small self-managed teams are very important. Be it sterile injectables or API or any manufacturing sector. I worked in Crompton Greaves also in Chennai, and so what I've found is that self-managed teams are very important. Then time and motion study, in terms of time efficiency is very important. Customer focus in terms of interacting with the customers and identifying demand and supply, putting experts in decision making regarding forecasting demand and supply is very important. And daily meetings, like they call it Gemba walks and Gemba Kaizen kind of things. The Japanese workplace Kaizen and small group activities. Just like in IT sector, they have this thing called Scrum meetings, right? In manufacturing, they call it Obeya meetings. So it's also a Japanese concept for a small group activity, stand-up meeting. So just about 5 to 10 minutes, all the HODs of various functions will assemble together, and that will happen at the general Obeya meeting, followed by other, block level small group meetings to identify what happened in the previous shift and the subsequent shift, how to plan and how to track the various KPIs for the particular day. So those are some of the things which I think I liked. Also, in Crompton Beach, they used to have something called Maynard operation sequence timing. So that was like, built into the goals of every manager and executive. So they'll identify what are the standard times for each of the processes, and they'll track that. And so like I agree with the human resource element of it, like in a sense that people have to have that discretionary effort to, they have to put in the best effort for the management. So rewarding and recognizing them with small gift vouchers or whatever it is, but rewarding people and making them feel connected to the goals of the organization is very important. So thank you, sir.
Self-managed teams in particular is something very close to my heart. I used to lead that program when I was in Dr. Reddy's. Lots to learn. Yeah, maybe we can take one more. Okay. Yeah, we'll take both. Yeah, please come.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Niranjan Reddy, and I am a graduate of Mechanical Engineering and Masters in Operations. My last assignment was with Voith Turbo Private Limited, which is a German MNC, located hardly about 5 kilometers from here. Because we have implemented a lean right from 2007. So majority of our visionaries has talked about Kaizens, continual improvements, TPMs, etc. When we started in 2007, the lean manufacturing, we hired a consultant, a very visionary one. Because without him, we could not have progressed much. The first thing and the foremost thing is the management belief in implementing these programs. It is the utmost one. If the management is not believing and they are not walking the talk, the consultants will come, implement one program, go off, next 2 years it will be in rubbish. What we have done is, we had a German management where they have started Operation Excellence in the year of 2010. By the time we implemented in our Hyderabad plant, all lean manufacturing concepts. We started with 5S, we made the VSMs, identified the gaps, then started working it out on the filling up the gaps. The way what we have started it out is because many of the top management colleagues are here, top management people are here. The first thing, the people has to believe that the management is doing good things for implementing and it is for them. In that concept, what we have done it out is top-down approach. First we have implemented VSMs, the layout changes. Then we have started in 2009 bottom-up approach where the Kaizens, where the improvements coming from the bottom, TPMs, then the management has involved the grassroots level employees. Then the program was success. Then we have almost all presence in 56 countries where we have 4 verticals, turbo, paper, then marine. In this one, when the management and corporate management has started, we are starting this Operation Excellence in 2010. Then we have, the next program was ours, where our lean champion was showcasing them, whatever the concepts they want to go ahead has been already implemented in stage 1, 2, 3, 4. From 2010 to 2014, we have different visiting groups all over the world, including CII, who are the manufacturing panel members, as well as leading from HR. So whatever we have done there, the sustenance part is the most important one, where our consultant has taught us, whenever you are implementing a tool, lean tool, the outcome should be linked with a KPI. Better the KPI be linked with ISO, so that the gains are not lost. So this is one of the major takeaway what we have. And the next thing is, we are talking of the companies with multi-crores turnover, but whereas the lean implementation as on date has to go to MSMEs, where in the last 1 year I am seeing it out, MSMEs are not coming it out so much fast, as this is little bit costly because of the consultancy period, and the implementation is little bit longer, where they are not able to focus it out on this. Hope the new manufacturing excellence team will also concentrate on MSMEs, so that better it is reached to the maximum level of the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yes, that is very much on the agenda. In fact, we are planning to collaborate with CII's panel on manufacturing MSME. They have a panel on MSME. I am already a member in their educational and skill building panel, and we are now reaching out to them for the MSME panel as well. Yeah, so that's very much on the agenda. Yeah, last you wanted to come? Yeah.
Has already addressed that point, like management will have like
You can say in your sweet voice.
elaborate more on. Yeah, hi, this is Manoj. So I have 9 years of experience into operational excellence, so all into pharma industry. So I am very fortunate to meet a lot of colleagues who are double and triple my age and experience, of course. So what I have observed, I am very fortunate in my starting of my career. I was working with many consultants like Bain and Company, Vector Consulting, Grant Thornton, and also McKinsey. So what I have observed is, so they come, they do diagnostics, they give improvement solutions, and they'll give it to us and they'll go. But what I have observed is, so okay, management comes, so leadership comes, they ask the results from us, but they don't think what efforts they are putting in. So they expect something. So have you trained the guys? Have you trained the operators? So where it has gone? Did it percolate deep into it? But they have zero interest in implementing it. So there are different types of leadership. If you say autocratic leadership, transformational leadership, and transactional leadership. So I also want these consultants who are coming also assess the type of leadership the company is having. If it's an autocratic leadership, it is very difficult to implement these kind of things in an organization. So it should be like a transformational leadership. So I would like consultants also to assess the type of leadership, and if there are any trainings that you can provide to the leadership as well, because leadership are not it's like they are not under the purview of the training. You can also train the leadership, so to support the teams down the line in implementing this kind of excellence activities. Thank you. Yeah.
As they say, bottleneck is always at the top. Yeah. So it's the elephant in the room. It's very much something that we are all cognizant of. But yeah, we take your input. We'll see how do we include that in the programs that we implement. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. You will have the last word. Okay. Yeah, please.
Good evening. I am Prasad. I am 33 years of experience in manufacturing industry. I worked with Rane Engine Valves, it's a Deming Award company. I am fortunate while I am working, I was there during the implementation and getting the award. After that, I moved to OSHA International, where Raghav, we both are working together there. And from there, I moved to Kirby as Operation Excellence Manager. After that, I was there with Penna Cements as a corporate OPEX head. Then I moved to a digitization company where I worked with Sailesh, and it's a very good experience. Now, the coming two things I want to tell. One is, the Operation Excellence Initiative or whatever the activity what we have done in Rane. That company established 5 years, it's making loss. So one gentleman from Mr. Talaulikar from Toyota production, as somebody mentioned, that had very good manufacturing practices. So he came as plant head and he turned around within a year by saying only one word. See, everywhere there is a double AP, work in progress. He used to ask only one question: how many valves is in value addition stage at any moment of time or any mission? Only one valve. So you are keeping 1,000 because that batch quantity is 1,000. So 1,999 valves are idle. Only one valve is operating some operation, or cutting or threading, whatever. So he said immediately he reduced the work in progress. Whatever the quantity, he made it to 200 rupees. So everybody is fighting because 200 means he has to develop 5 root cards and 5 trolleys. We have to design everything, all these things. So many, including me, I also opposed as engineer. So within 2 months, 3 months, the entire from 1/4 of WAP is there. So that is immediately 1 year, the entire thing, because the material where we used to procure from Japan, to Maruti, because they insisted you have to buy from this Japanese company only, raw material. So it's a huge money. So within 6 months, the total inventory, whether in work in progress or in stores, yard, reduced to 1/4. Immediately they changed that turnover. It's a huge money. Second thing, overall number of activities as a operation excellence, permanent operation excellence, so many things we have done, like single flow concept in OSHA International, where Raghav helped from HR point of view. And another challenge what we are, at present I am doing some consultancy in Hyderabad. The thing, especially the manufacturing sector, what is the problem facing? All the graduate engineers or diploma holders, most of them, they are moving towards IT. Whatever the reasons you are aware. So whatever junk where we are getting recruiting on this one, unless they have the passion to learn, so it is not happening. So the challenge here to the manufacturing industry is skill set. So skill based at different levels, maybe operator level, engineer, supervisor level or engineer level, this is missing. So that whatever any kind of thing, there will be a almost 25% meritorious student below to that. So whatever the bottom line, it is not, they are not interested, or these people are coming into this particular thing. So where this operation excellence or manufacturing excellence should play a key role, how to make them do their job in a simpler way, like a welding. Okay, like some, presently I am doing some consultancy for a welding company. So, it's a very grassroots level manufacturing. So, it has a lot of technology, but even roadside fellow also can do that welding. So, the skill set is frequently moving. It's whether you call attrition or, because of skill set and bringing from, Chhattisgarh and these people, they are going back, maybe this may not be, I don't know, may not be relevant, but industry should take this, some corrective action, something like that, where the OPEX or this excellence or I don't know how to put up this one, to make them to do their skill without not using much their brain. Maybe Kaizen or something like that. So these things, one at present, the manufacturing industry is facing, maybe any kind of industry in the manufacturing. So, thank you.
Thank you, Prasad, for highlighting that this is a subject that is receiving lot of critical attention, that graduates not opting for core sectors. In fact, Altaf Saab here is from academia. A lot of colleges have seen that, that enrollment in civil, electrical, mechanical, chemical, that going down. Now, what can we do as a community of manufacturing professionals about that? No straight answer. My personal view is, look at what made the so-called IT or computer branches more attractive to the students about 20 years ago, right? So the way it was promoted, the working culture, the leaders used to promote those kind of opportunities. I think that is not happening. We have young student here, Daniel from CBIT. He is pursuing mechanical engineering, and I posed this question to him: what made you take mechanical engineering, right? So I think that's one area of action that comes to my mind, that as a community, how do we promote these kind of sectors? How do we make it sexier in a if I can use that word, right? Because that's what is happening in case of why students are opting for AI ML, why they are opting for IT or computers, right? When in fact the large chunk of job creation is happening in the core sectors. So we are looking at a serious problem 5 to 6 years down the line, where your government is saying make in India, come to India, establish your plants, and we don't have the skill set. Yeah, so we need to think about it, what to do. Yeah, I called many of you, assuring that it will not just be talking and listening. It will be a program that will have lots to look forward to. So I assure you there is much more to the program. Before we move forward, so there is some nice high tea served for you, but before that I would request Shailesh Bhai and Altaf Saab to sign this MOU and give a intent of commitment, because many of you might be having this question that where will the expertise come from? So the way we are trying to build MAXO is, we will be collaborating with professional bodies like IICHE, IEEE, bodies of technical experts, and they will provide the expertise, and we will be focusing on building a good organization using our network, and bringing it all together under one umbrella. So that is the point. So that is the first step. Can we all applaud for the moment, please? Thank you so much. So Altaf Saab and Shailesh Bhai wanted to sign this privately. I said, no, we will not do it privately. We will do it publicly, and we'll make sure that, it's, we are doing that commitment. How many of us here are members of IICHE? Okay, great. Thank you. So for those who are not, so this body has been around since 1947. Lot of industries, like I am aware, when I was in DRL, we had signed up with them for a 1-year-long program for our mid-career professionals, and that program was executed here in this campus. So Altaf Saab, can you please tell us a bit more about IICHE and the Hyderabad chapter, and what do you do? Over to you, Altaf Saab.
नमस्कार, अदाबर से वणक्कम, सत श्री अकाल, and very good evening all of you. Namaskar, namaskar. It's indeed a pleasant occasion today. Incidentally, today is World's Meditation Day. Heartiest World Meditation Day. Congratulations to all of you. India is such an outstanding country which has introduced meditation, yoga and lot of other concepts from Vedas and Upanishads. I have written the book called, along with my wife and my Guruji PhD guide, entitled Sound Health Management, where we try to incorporate chemical engineering involved in human body as well as concepts of Vedas and Upanishads. Lankhanam Parmaushadham. We have been listening. If you go and tell the doctor would say, no, don't believe in Lankhanam, take this tablet, that will cure you. Because he want, I'm really sorry, it's the conventional practice, he want business. In fact, our body has a cardiovascular system which is 1 lakh kilometers. Our heart pumps 7,000 liters of blood per day. Such an outstanding biggest chemical industry is our human body. I am really thankful to most of the members here. They really spoke about the real problem is the mind, how to really nurture the mind, the human excellence and all. Myself, my wife, actually my wife is a scientist here in IICT, same premises. Myself, my wife and my Guruji, we thought of exploring or developing a metric to measure the overall personality or overall effectiveness of an individual. All of us, when we were BTechs, MTechs, we had our scoring like distinction, first class, whatsoever. But if you look at the human perspective, if you ask any individual, they would say qualitatively he is a good person, very good person, outstanding person, a person like a divinely person. దేవుడు లాంటి వాడు అంటారు తెలుగులో. But quantitatively, there is no measure to assess the overall performance of an individual. I am Ahmedabad professors, I am Bangalore, IIT Hyderabad professors from management. Somehow they all said there is a measure to assess physical coefficient, mental coefficient, emotional coefficient, then social coefficient, intellectual coefficient. But as such, there is nothing like, there is no metric to assess the overall personality of an individual. You cannot take so-and-so gentleman, so-and-so lady has so-and-so score. We have tried an attempt to assess or develop the metrics. The metrics what we developed is Human Excellence Index. We have developed the metrics for 1,000 scale and we have given, if an individual gets above 600 marks, he or she is, good, very good, excellent, outstanding. This is how we have developed the metrics, Human Excellence Index. It is available in online. You kindly type Human Excellence and we are the first one. I am not posting. I really thank my Guruji who has really instilled the concept to work on Human Excellence Index. So I request all of you to kindly work on. And in fact, our human body has 100 trillion cells. Each cell serves as a bioreactor. And most of you are speaking about human performance. In fact, what we really drives us, sir said, enthusiasm. Enthusiasm comes from each cell. We have 100 trillion cells. Each cell should respond. If someone say, "Arey yaar, tum karo," if someone gives a pat behind and says, "Arey tum karega," he receives that emotional energy and he goes and performs. In fact, people speak about time is precious. Time is irreversible. Time may be precious, but emotions are 10 times more precious than the time. Most of us wouldn't realize. Since long, Vedas have been endorsing that we have Satvika Ahara, Rajasa Ahara, Tamasa Ahara. If you have Satvika Ahara, your thought process will propel to understand the emotions of others. Atma, Paramatma. God in you is Atma. God in others is Paramatma. If you understand opposite person's emotions, you would be a good person. So unfortunately, most of us may be training departments, some of you may be from IIMs here, we are not really focusing on understanding the emotions of an individual, and we are not really trying to have a training for them. If you look at the definition of World Health Organization, a good person, a good human being is that who possesses physically fit, mentally sound, emotionally well-balanced, socially well-being, spiritually enriched. We have doctors available in the society for physical health. We have doctors available in society to take care of mental health. But unfortunately, we don't have doctors available in the society to take care of emotional health. Gone are the days where there used to be giant family, there used to be grandfather, chota taya, bada taya. If there is any problem, they used to sit together and try to resolve. If you look at the current state, current statistics, 700 diverse petitions are being filed in the Honorable High Court of Telangana per month. The genesis of it is people are not understanding emotions. There is no one to tell them, to correct them that Eka Patni Vrata, and this is one nation, one individual, one life, one partner. Like sodium chloride, if you look at sodium Na plus Cl minus. If you try to break sodium chloride, sodium will become turbulent and chlorine will become gas. Similar is the bond of wife and husband. But unfortunately, gone are the days. 30 years ago, there used to be Upanayanam program. Though we are from non-Brahmin community, we lived in Srisalam. I had the opportunity to have the Upanayanam. Those are the days people were set, children were set in their subconscious mind what they are supposed to do, what they are not supposed to do. Certain things pop up in mobile. Sir was talking about welding. God has given eyes, but you cannot look at the welding arc. It might damage you. So there are certain threshold limit values for all our 5 sensors, but we are not sensitized about what to and what is the threshold limit value. Unfortunate. And then as far as learning and development is concerned, most of us maybe in our, see if you look at the national perspective, hardly 25% of the engineers are being employed. 75% are not finding their jobs. The reason being the learning process. They are not able to learn properly. So learning takes place with all 5 sensors. Unfortunately, we are using, most of the students use sensors only, eye sensor, ear sensor. Hardly use skin sensor for performing or writing and all. So writing is an intellectual property. We are not really utilizing properly. Anyway, this is the brief, and I am here from representing Indian Institute of Chemical Engineers, established in 1947, 2 months before the independence. Headquartered in Kolkata, I am the chairman for IICT HRC, Hyderabad Regional Center. And we are here to cater or bridge the gaps between curriculum or industry and academia. I hope most of you are here. You go to campus placements. You have syllabi for curricular activity. You have syllabi for extracurricular activity for like NCC, NSS, or any sports game or singing, dancing and all. These are all extracurricular activities. But quite unfortunate, there is no syllabi for co-curricular activity. That's where, if you look at our real Puranas and all, there are 64 skills, kalalu, 64 kalalantaru. I really feel sorry about the education system in India, even abroad also, who are not really nurturing the students to enrich in this at least 6 or 7 colors. I am the head of the institution. I receive application forms for leave and all. Most of them, they don't know how to leave a margin also. They keep starting at the end and leaving here. PhDs. And I mean, that's the state. I believe that maybe they were not taught about reading skills, writing skills, listening skills, speaking skills, performing skills. These are the minimum colors or skills. Our Naki Sab was mentioning about skills, and some others were also mentioning. These are the skills we really need to enrich, and we are here as a IICHE, Indian Institute of Chemical Engineering Hyderabad Regional Center. We have the experts in our consortium, in our organization from IITs. Most of the IICHE members are from this institution, IICT, and most of the professors are also part of our IICHE, including IIT Hyderabad, NIT Warangal, JNTU Hyderabad, Anantapur. I mean, most of the institutions. And we are organizing in this month, 30th and 31st in Visakhapatnam, prevention of accidents in chemical and pharma industry, where I am the organizing secretary for the national seminar. Professor G.D. Yadavji, you remember, he is one of the pioneers in chemical engineering, like M.M. Sharma ji, G.D. Yadavji, Pandit ji, they are all international figures. Professor G.D. Yadavji, who will be the chief guest for that national seminar, accident prevention in chemical and pharma industries. I heartily welcome all of you to present. It's going to be a very good consortium, very good conference, where industry people will be presenting, academicians will be presenting, and then regulating authorities. First day, whole day is all brainstorming session, and second day it is all compilation of brainstorming outcomes. I heartily welcome all of you. Kindly make it possible to attend in Visakhapatnam, 30th and 31st, where Professor G.D. Yadavji. I'd like to take few more minutes. I hope I'm not encroaching the schedule. 4 minutes. Yeah. Professor G.D. Yadavji, he used to say, God is a chemical engineer. A lot of media people ask, how can you say God is a chemical engineer? Do you think that all chemical engineers are gods? Then he said, no. If you look at the nature, there are compounds existing, maybe spectacle, paper, mic, floor, whatsoever, stone. Everything consists of chemicals. It may be organic chemical, it may be inorganic chemical. But the creator of chemicals is the chemical engineer. That's how he has given the clarification. Anyway, thank you so much for having given me the opportunity. We are here as a team, Orgro and IICHE. We are here to extend our services wherever you feel that we'll connect, and we are pioneers in doing safety audit, energy audit, quality audit, environment audit. Actually, mechanical engineers perspective in environment audit is different from us. And then we do this human excellence index rating, then arc flash analysis, powder safety analysis. Very few people does in powder safety, like bulk density, tap density, true density, flow voltage, viscosity, surface area, then melting point, boiling point, all these areas. Very few people does, and we are pioneers. Our lab is NABL accredited. Thank you so much. With this I conclude. Namaskar, meeting you all.
Thank you, Altaf Sahab. We'll now take a break. I think we have been sitting for far too long. I invite all of you to join us for a high tea just outside in the hall adjacent to this hall. Thank you.
चलिए
ಮುಂದೆ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
Okay.
नहीं We'll go down and take a group pic and then go for some IICT technology demo on the Please. No, from there we'll go for IICT demo. If you want to go, we can. Again, because in the daylight, we want to make about the
వీడియో వస్తుందండి నా స్పీచ్ షేర్ చేస్తాను.
Because I'm not very sure of what I'm only a year old.
पीछे चलते हैं चेन्नई
విజయవాడ ఇస్తారు
भाई 2 मिनट लाइव नहीं ऐसे नहीं अपने पर से देखा लाइट स्टॉप बोलते रहा वैसा लेकिन वो जो बिल्डिंग शिफ्ट कर रहे हैं तो वहाँ पर गार्डन को कनेक्शन नहीं है आपकी बहुत
उसका जल्दी बचाना वो पेड़ से जा सकता है। हाँ
नहीं आउट ऑफ
नहीं है।
This facility is only for glass, okay. For
Which sector? This is IT consultant.
there is a reactor and the gas bottle is there. That's
Now I don't know.
No, it is still anyone want to join us or we can?
No, we can do it. You can start. You can start.
So, this is our facility. Here, we are actually doing mostly sale. We have other dedicated facilities for formulation also, wet lab activities. So, we in chemical engineering and process department taking up from formulation to scale up for them technology transfer and plant designing, plant equipment designing in a single basket. So we have a dedicated team for designing also in the terms of mechanical and others. And here, this facility we are using for scale-up mostly. And particularly this facility is only, as you can see, it's only glass. Wherever we found that the criteria of experimentation or formulation will be decided on corrosion, all those things. So glass, we all know that it is, it can withstand a lot of corrosive materials, except few, maybe chlorine, all those things may not be advisable, but other things. So we have couple of units here, starting from reactors, maybe vacuum jacket reactor as well as simple jacketed vessel reactor. And we have dedicated facility, fluid circulators too, like heating, cooling. Depends upon the your process parameters. Like for an example, currently maybe that project is going on still. From microcrystalline cellulose to nanocellulose we are doing. So in that process, first step is acid hydrolysis. So we are adding acids, but during addition the temperature shoots up. So we have a fluid circulator. As all of you are mostly from industry, so you might be familiar with that. Industry, we might be using steam as an important utility for heating, and other like a chilling tower and others are being used for cooling. So here in a lab, because it's a small one, so we are using heating, cooling at a time. So according to temperature, either it can control through process or jacket, whatever. Maybe in some cases cascade also there, but at this time it is not available. But we can design also.
So, sorry, your name was?
My name is Sambhu.
Okay. Sambhu, so since most people are from manufacturing units, how can industry utilize these services? Is there some scope for, let's say there is a chemicals manufacturing company, let's say a pharma company or a chemicals company. What kind of collaboration they can do with the IICT?
Yeah, so the thing is, in chemical, in a particular department, we are open to different domains. Like let's say foods, let's say agrochem, let's say chemicals, fine chemicals, all things we can do. According to the requirement of users, we can,
we can utilize the facility for conducting the experiment.
So far this thing is done with any of the industry, or it is still in design stage?
The most frequent example is there you might have seen hydrogen hydrate, that poster. Before photostat, recently hydrogen hydrate. So that technology, that process formulation was being done here in IICT. It was started somewhere in the year of 2009. 2009. So it was, in wet lab scale it was developed. Then according to market, we tied up with Gujarat Alkalis and Chemicals Limited. Then recently, 1.5 years back, that plant was constructed and production has been started. So that technology has been patented as Indian patent as well as US patent. So those are make hydrogen, like catechin and hydrogen peroxide route, which is considered to be a greener as compared to other processes. And it was the first company in India which is manufacturing that hydrogen hydrate. Earlier we are dependent upon China. As we all know, decades ago, more than now. So we are also doing the key starting materials and APIs here, and also pesticides also here. But due to some regulation of government, it was restricted up to some extent. So that advantage China has taken. Now we wanted to revive it back in Atmanirbhar Bharat, those kind of things. So that is one case. Now we are also working on converting plastic bottles, waste to wealth scheme, PET bottles into biodegradable polymers. So recently we have launched a product with collaboration with one entrepreneur here, maybe 2-3 weeks back. So, and others now we have also done here ethyl alcohol formulation in the year for 2015-16. It was collaborated with BPCL, Gurgaon, North Limit. So they were also one of our partners. Then at that time it was formulated here and scaled up. The technology was transferred there. Now maybe after maybe post-COVID they have created their facility there. Now they are generating 2G because it's in use because we are exploring the alternate energy resources as fossil fuel is limited.
So if any company want to explore whether the thing is feasible at their end, how they can approach you?
Yeah, they can approach.
We can check whether the required things are available with them and it can work out for them.
So what we can do in that case, we if they have done some basic study, basic research, we can optimize them or else whatever they are finding any difficulties, we can start some batches here.
Coming to that point, so for example, if I take our example, we have a lab at our factory. So research and development is happening at our site, but we are stuck at a pilot plant.
Okay.
So next scale up to pilot scale, we either have to go out, hire somebody, someplace and do. So well, this could be an avenue for that plan.
Yeah, but I would like to know what volume you are.
No, that all will come.
Once it started, then all those questions will come.
Those things definitely can be.
Yeah, somebody who has small reactors like this,
right?
And maybe a 5 kg batch or 10 kg.
We have some distillation columns up to 200 liters as a plant. Not only that, distillation evaporation facility is there, and moreover we have a stainless steel reactor 1 kg capacity.
So that's all.
Where we are now exploring, now currently we are focusing on biomass, waste well, so focusing on rice straw.
And you have highest vacuum and everything.
Yes. Every facility we are having.
Fractional columns.
Yes. Fractional columns are there, and those columns are fractional distillation columns.
Sir, IICT has some industrial connect facility, something, team is there. There we have to, I think go there and they will understand our process and put them to the correct team.
Yeah, or else you can directly
basically for regarding that, if any client want any kind of service, you have to contact the chair GDRM. Once you approach there, we will find out the particular technical team, like scientific team, and we will sign an NDA. And based on whatever the client requirement, they can talk with the scientists. Both will come in a table and whatever they think. Good. It's a very simple and straightforward.
We will certainly ask our technical.
Because the motto of CSR is to provide a bridge between academia and India. So that's our motto.
And it's very good that both side knowledge. It's not like I'm hiring some reactor and doing on my own. Here you will be even guiding.
Yeah.
Definitely. Which can fail or which can work better.
All those studies can be done.
That's the advantage.
Even we have an NABL accredited lab for testing all
No
those.
doubt of that.
So during process validation, it will definitely advert.
Very nice. It is more authentic.
So you need not go out also because your things will be get tested here.
Yes. And more strong.
Yes.
Because if you want to launch a product, process validation is mandatory for that.
Yes.
Even it is more crucial for in the terms of pharma. Like we have different plants in other locations also. There it was a complete plant designed upon GLP parameters. There we are focusing upon mostly upon agrochemicals. So that's a dedicated facility for that. So this is one of our plant, and by 3 US it is one of the where we are focusing on the glass. We have other facilities too where we can go for autoclaves.
Stainless steel also.
Different materials. We have SLA, C4, C22.
Yeah, I understood. Metal.
So
all metal.
According to corrosion of metal, we can design. So that can be chosen.
So one more technology which when we were looking, for the planning this program, I think today the gentleman is not there. That is how do we convert the biomass waste like canteen waste to methane?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
actually.
So they call it as an anaerobic gas reactor.
No, that you are going to visit. I think some students are there.
Yeah.
They are going to take you. They are going to take you. Yeah. So those facility actually we
because that they have.
I'm not from that department, but as
can we see?
Yeah.
But Dr. Gangavani Rao, he said he will facilitate.
Yes. I'll guide you there.
This facility will be available for 24 hours. Because industry they like to work on something.
Whenever required, we can work 24/7. Even in this plant, we have done like that in shifts.
That's what.
Once upon a time, pesticides we are.
So you can stop. You cannot stop it until it reaches some stage. So then you have to
Depends upon the requirement.
This plant is only for methane.
Yeah. Now it is being used because backside our canteen is there. Whatever foods they are, waste foods they are generating, they are utilizing this digester. Yeah. So first we are, utilizing our product. After the head of
whatever food means any food.
Any food.
Solid and
Yes. Even we can utilize 10Vs or those single leather or those. So those things also we can utilize.
natural ఇక్కడ నుంచి బయటకు వచ్చి ఇటువైపు రా షెడ్ లో నుంచి బయటకు వచ్చి లెఫ్ట్ మళ్ళీ దాని తర్వాత మీరు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారు చూడు వాళ్ళు కనిపిస్తున్నారా
No, as of now, but
What happens to manual electricity also? But by feeding the manual to plants?
అందరూ ఉన్నాం చూడు
After digestion, you get manual.
Our student, he will explain. Naveen?
Yeah, that will residue, I think they make that sludge cakes and they may have to disperse.
That even can be used for
As a manual.
plants also.
So that's correct.
But actually they are doing, I was just
So our
asking.
student,
There are many other.
he will explain you more.
Yeah. Can you?
This is the first of the kind model of anaerobic digestion developed by IICT, sir. High rate biomethanation technology, named as AGR Anaerobic Gas Reactor. So this was established in 2014, and the capacity of this plant is 250 kg of food waste per day, which is treated every day. That is organic waste, which consists of leftover food and also the vegetables cuttings. And that is fed into the digester, which gives approximately 35 meter cube of gas daily. Which is equivalent to one household LPG cylinder, that is 14 kg. So that is the thing, and we get almost equal amount of waste from our canteen, which is beside the digester. There we have a chute where we collect the food waste here.
How do you feed into it?
Yeah, I'll explain to you. So that is the place where we collect the food waste. So once after the breakfast, lunch and dinner, it will be sourced there, and we carry out here till here. So this is the pressure, sir. So in this pressure, we will be feeding this food waste and making it a fine paste and sending it to this feed preparation tank. We call this feed preparation tank, and we keep it for 12 hours for pre-acidification. So, and this digester works at pH 7 only. So all the organisms inside the digester are very good in generating biogas at pH 7.
So then you have to stabilize.
So we food waste actually rapidly acidifies in 12 hours and becomes 3 to 3.5 pH. We will adjust the pH using milk of line, and we send it back into the digester. And the
you pump it.
Yes, we will pump it using this submersible pump.
So all of them. How do you pump?
Everything into the digester.
Immediate or at a rate, certain rate, or
no, sir. Once the pH is adjusted, we send it everything at a time.
How much time does it take?
Take on 15 minutes maximum. So once
How did you adjust the pH?
milk of lime, lime powder. So that is the cheapest source for adjusting the pH. So once it is sent into the digester, the residence time is 21 days. So after 21 days, today's waste will be coming out as biomanure. So that biomanure again we are using it as manure for our. So we have a tank beside this digester. So this is the liquid biomanure. So if you want to dry it and use it as a powder, we sun dry it. Otherwise, we dilute this liquid manure 1:10 ratio and we directly spray on the soil. And the biogas collected here is scrubbed out using these two. One is moisture trap and another one is H2S scrubber. So basically, we don't get that amount of hydrogen sulfide until unless the waste is sulfur rich. So food waste, it doesn't contain too much of sulfur, so we get less amount of hydrosulfide. Yes, but as the digester plan, we keep these two as in case if there is any sulfide generation, it is trapped into this HBS trap, and also the moisture trap is used to trap the moisture.
And what about CO2?
CO2 we get approximately 35 to 38% of CO2.
So basically 60% is the methane.
Yes.
Right.
61 to 62% is the methane. Regularly we get it, and that is compressed into this storage tank. This storage tank, we keep the pressure up to 4 to 6 bar, so that the burning at the burner is similar to the household LPG. Yes.
And this bacteria you will top up, or it is once it is you put, it will be survive every
Once
time?
the culture is topped up,
Okay.
we don't add any culture.
Okay.
And if the maintenance is poor, if the pH drops, what we do is we add a little bit of cow dung to neutralize it.
Okay.
So if the maintenance is good, there is no problem of culture loss or anything.
Okay. So you have to use cow dung, yes.
These doesn't go with residue. Culture will not go with residue.
Even though there is culture washout, but they go
Automatically it is grow on feed adding.
They will be checking some volume.
Yes, we check the standard parameters like total solids and volatile solids, and also TSS.
On daily basis?
No, weekly basis. On daily basis we check the pH1, and VFS also. So mainly you keep it at neutral. No, always it is at neutral, 7 to 7.2.
So since
So these are the
kind of mixing.
Yes sir, we do two kinds of mixing. One is slurry mixing. What happens is the slurry inside the digester, it is connected to the another pump, and slurry itself moves inside. And also the gas whatever we are getting here, it is compressed and again sent into the digester. We have small pipe connections where the gas is purged inside,
Kind of sparger thing.
and again it remixes.
No
mechanical mixing.
No mechanical.
How do you calculate this bioculture? More or less or something like that? The simplest thing is if the methane concentration is reducing, that means you have to top up this.
Because in open air, we at least DO something is there, we measure there. DO is less. Okay, you have to supply
We
more
every day
air.
check the methane, right? So there is no point
Only
checking it.
methane.
Yes. And this is the line sir which goes directly into the canteen. This yellow color line.
So they shall utilize.
Yes.
these are the natural culture.
Natural culture. Natural culture we enrich it in the lab, then send it to the test.
And
Anaerobic media. Depends on the types of substrate we use to acclimatize it. So if it is simple substrate, it is easy to acclimatize. If it is agriculture which it takes at least 10 to 15 days to acclimatize.
so what is the volume of this tank?
This tank 250 kg per day, volume is around 16 to 20 meters. Yes, the tank.
In the gas?
Gas to the canteen. They use it for cooking.